Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to NoProPlayer. I'm Ilona and today we're playing Beacon Pines. And we are on our way to Mr. Nancreed shop because we found out some stuff. So let's go check it out. And if you're curious what we found out and you missed it, check out the latest episode or the previous previous episode. Yeah, go do that. Check out the previous episode. Okay, the music and the diner lady. Don't remember her name. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolvie around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Oh. Are they married? I wonder. That's like the way out.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Okay, we cannot go there. She's like staring there like, I don't know, suspiciously. Okay, the festival is still like set up and stuff. I so want to go in here. Oh, so annoyed that we cannot. Ooh. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about?
Gus looked around nervously.
I think Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull string installing you as a mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what here and parental harvest true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Harris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Keir came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of the future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father name you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Harris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. Interesting. It's getting late, children. Well, you are not our mother, so don't mind us. Well, let's chit-chat over here, because we always get something cool. Knowledge. He spat with a snare. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Who is a villain? Is Gus a villain? Harry's a villain? Harriet? Whatever her name is. Oh, what's up?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Ew. Black licorice? Yikes. I despise black licorice. If you like black licorice, tell me. Tell me if you like it or not. And if you like it, tell me why. Because I'm curious. Hey, Solomon. We are looking for Mr. Nuncred. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where did you get the candy from? You may say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Thought we might not always have a family to rail on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I can say licorice would be my first choice. But wherever floats your boat. We can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wonder why Mr. Nuncred kept licorice in the store. In the stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, he's right, it's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Okay. Investigate the area. Oh, how about we like snack up in here now? Wherever they are, like, are you guys blocking the clues? The answer gotta be around here somewhere. Phone. Have you ever seen anyone actually using this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncred, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. How would there be a blinky keypad? Creed's Nat rag store. Nat nude. I mean, underground secret. Password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Uh-oh. This is gonna end up badly. Good, we have another choice after this one. Alright, let's see
Luca
here.
cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground. Secret. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conductance from Hang Atomic issue 12 were real? Well, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hang Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looked like each of those tubes has something written on them. Mining Operation Alpha. Please have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest Mine Office. Main office. we will go there? We will go there? Oh, that's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine's place? This is starting to feel like something big. Like, can we just like go somewhere? Oh, let's touch this maybe. No. This. Oh, this suit has a broken mask. Have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a non-creed and talks like a non-creed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. That's a lot of buttons. Yeah, press them all at the same time. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough hangatomics to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Will's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Tell me he's gonna just smash them all, please. Eeny, meeny, miny. Uh-oh. I guess we're going there. Rolla, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. It is Mr. Nancreed. Shut. Shit. Oh, awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. No, until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secret. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skin. We don't care about our skin. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nancreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nancreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Look, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Shepherd Valentine comes to us. Says he got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. That's exciting into villain plotline. Walt loved being uh, righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to shepherd Valentine, he will make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Shepard's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sub-story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
There's 3 of you, and one of them just kick him in his ankles, or knuckles, and run for your life. I try to keep you safe. I try to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She been shimming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crushing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. And honestly, here is way cooler. She got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain, but why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She know about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. Oh, I'm gonna get sucked in. We all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. What's happening? That did not go how I expected. So we are totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. The way he gets sucked in. Funny. You go? Oh, you good? Yep. Okay. Okay, you go though? I love this town. I love her attitude.
Chapter 8.
Okay, I feel like
something
bad's gonna happen.
Leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Okay, winter has come. That was intense. Yeah. I think I might part with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? camera cold? Doesn't look at the doesn't look like gotten any of us. I didn't feel like we traveled that far. Oh, he's fluid. Okay, that's what he's talking about. Where did it all go? I guess he threw up in there. This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Okay, but can we check what is in here? This looks like... This... Wait a minute. This looks like the beginning, like wherever his father is buried. There's no tree. It looks like there's a grave. Oh, I love the sound of the snow underneath our feet. Oh, I love it. I guess let's go this way. Yeah, this is... Yeah, that's where our house is supposed to be, right here. That's where our house stands. Right there. But not in this universe, I guess. Yeah. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. You might want to do it just to... Yeah, look at this. It's like a different universe of the town. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most versed on all things Beacon Pint, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Oh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp, the mission, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective: kill us all and shape shift into a Beacon Pine citizens of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
It's Gran.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right now, this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over the torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to lie in your pocket. No, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in that silence, he began to weep.
And in the stillness, he began to weep.
Stillness, silence, you know, same.
It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
That all makes sense. This all makes sense soon, Luca. What? And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we will see where the loyalty falls. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
We're getting frozen again.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to.
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Okay, he wasn't lying.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Okay, we have one more try.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a different one for here. We have still chill here. We use both of those. I'm just checking if something maybe should be different. Okay, so yep, let's go with the chill on this one. Okay, chill cup, good and chill cup.
The classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Yep, that might work. That's our last hope, I guess. I'll handle this, just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell
He looked over
rung.
to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Look up, what's going on here? Why do you have Miss strapped down? No one's fault really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happened. You kids give all Irma, good scare. Let's just get me out of those ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand's up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all the stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, and the archives of my dad's old disturbing patient's notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
No, don't like...
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
Oh no. That's a good lad. This all makes sense. This will all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Okay, Luca, you are not the best with that.
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I was lying, you know. This is for your own good. You can just keep tied down there and let the adults handle
They
this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck. Okay, that went poorly.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
No, definitely not.
Back to the drawing board.
What am I missing? I don't have any different options. I wonder if I missed something somewhere. I didn't find a different charm somewhere. This has a question mark, but I don't know what's gonna happen using it again. Presumably the same thing. Interesting. I wonder where I am missing it, so I don't have to like redo it all. Just go somewhere and find it. I guess let's try this. I don't know why it's question mark. Maybe I can use something different. No, I can do the strange again. You've played part of this branch already. Okay. I don't feel so good. Okay, yeah, so he got pushed in. She was staring and wherever. Okay, so she was staring at him. Becca was staring at wherever his name is. And Luca got mad at some point and just pushed him in. And he's Yeah. Looking like that. Okay, they ran out, and that's that. That was intense. I think he's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
At the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words out of my mouth. Okay, so if we now go to this, does it change it? No, it's still a question mark. Property unbalanced that looks old. Yeah, I like. Oh, wait. Oh, they're little buddies? You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? You were just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard that? Good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So, where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Whoa, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourself. Yeah, come on back. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandma was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Like, your folks might be getting worried too. I will walk you home. I need to talk with Nelly about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
Okay, that's a new one. We didn't see that before. And this is very, very suspicious. I guess all well I guess all well that ends well. I want you to roll tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. Okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything is fine. Gran? Okay, Gran's not here, but let's see now. Okay, it's still a question mark though, but we got something different, so... Let's see. Where is Gran? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Okay, is she outside? No. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him. So I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. I cannot interact with this. Okay, let's go upstairs then. Turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet? I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass.
Actually, speaking of the pond, I think we should go back to it. We might have something new to use there.
"We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. "The wrong choice, but I respect it." The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go!" Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run!" The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
What a nightmare. Radio
Luca's eyes
thingy.
struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rolla?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca? Rolla, is that you? Luca? There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now at least. Mr. Kier said you made it back home safe. Here, no. Fast. He's... Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rolla? Rolla, where are
Luca
you?
held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Rollo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... the treehouse. The
With that,
treehouse.
The signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rollo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Okay, hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in a treehouse. Okay, we can totally do that.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching.
Oh,
He
Grandma?
dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Oh, it is? Oh. Okay. So we all understand our roles. You can count me on. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We are all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idle while that danger persists. Okay, refuse. That's a new one. Irma, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Harry's Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all. I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Spark Plug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Anne, why are you meeting with Mr. Frontelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Oh, Sap? Hey, Luca. Ah, Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Early today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your gran enter the diner together. When my shifts at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used to use the greatest tool of any investigator reporter. Time. When they left, I tell them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Irma Tolliver, it seems. She was either frustrated or terrified, or both. Look, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Okay, a little creepy. But I guess somebody has to do the work of a reporter, investigator. Okay, well, I think we're gonna finish this episode here. Just like crazy stuff is happening. We're kind of going back now in a story. But yes, I don't know, maybe we have to do this in everyone. Like we just got on one charm now. Maybe we have to revisit them. But a good thing that we don't have to like watch them all again. But I know for some of you maybe a little confusing, because I know it was for me for a second, but then I realized what was happening. But hopefully we can all figure out how to do this. If you guys want me to just skip those scenes that we already seen, just for hoping that something new is gonna happen, let me know. But if you want me to re-watch them again, like we replay them again, let me know that you would prefer that. But yeah, for now I think we're gonna finish this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.